Are you looking for peace of mind at your doorstep? Look no further. With the Blink Video Doorbell, your home's entrance is always within your control. Check out the link in the video description to learn more and get your Blink Video Doorbell on Amazon. Your home is in your hands.
Scotland must cut aviation emissions while improving the number of flight connections, according to a new SNP strategy which has been dismissed as hot air. Ministers yesterday released a new aviation vision statement which stressed the importance of the industry but said its environmental impact must be reduced. Airport leaders said they need to see concrete actions for improving connectivity and cutting emissions, but stressed that Scotland must not be put at a competitive disadvantage. Opposition parties also criticized ministers for trying to have it both ways by supporting the sector but also seeking to cut its impact on the environment. Scottish Greens co-leader Patrick Harvie, a former Scottish government minister, said, "The Scottish government is trying to have it both ways on aviation, pretending they can get lower emissions with more flights. The only way to reduce the damage done by aviation is to cut the demand for flights. Anything else is simply hot air and environmental window dressing." The new aviation statement and key priorities documents published by Transport Scotland yesterday set out that the aviation sector is responsible for growing connectivity while reducing emissions. A vision for aviation states, to help Scotland be at least as well connected as leading peer regions and nations while reducing the environmental impact of aviation, so that we can enjoy the economic and social benefits of air travel and support a just transition to our net zero by 2045 target. The document sets out that the government wants to continually improve Scotland's international connectivity to key markets for inbound tourism, business connectivity, and export growth, including support to airlines for new routes. Ministers say they will review the air discount scheme for airports in the Highlands and Islands, which could put up costs for passengers. The document says the review will seek to consider how it could be made fairer and more effective, and to ensure it is providing value for money. The government also proposed more efficient operations at Highlands and Islands Airport Limited, HIAL. By the 2030s, it said aviation emissions must be cut compared to 2019 levels, and must be on track to become net zero by 2045. The aviation statement makes no mention of whether the Scottish government still supports a third runway at Heathrow Airport and gives no detail on when ministers intend to take up new powers over air passenger duty. A spokesman for AGS Airports, which owns and operates Aberdeen, Glasgow and Southampton airports, said, "We look forward to meeting with the government at the earliest opportunity to agree concrete actions that will deliver our collective ambition of growing connectivity while reducing emissions and ensuring Scotland is not at a competitive disadvantage." Scottish Labour business spokesman Daniel Johnson said, "After years of waiting for an aviation strategy, industry will be disappointed both by the lack of ambition and the lack of coherent deliverables in the government's statement today, including how to decarbonise the sector." Scottish Liberal Democrat economy spokesman Willie Rennie said, "This strategy completely dodges the SNP government's long-standing contract with Heathrow to support the building of a third runway. It is irresponsible for SNP ministers to endorse an expansion that would produce more emissions than some small countries." Declaring a climate emergency will ring hollow for as long as the SNP help pave the way for more flights from an airport that is already the UK's biggest polluter. Jim Fairley, the Scottish government's connectivity minister, said, "This aviation statement sets out, for the first time, the strategic importance of aviation to Scotland and the specific actions we will take to help ensure we can continue to enjoy its many benefits, while significantly reducing emissions in line with our net zero ambitions." Click here to visit the Scotland homepage for the latest news and sport.